All right, so that was super fun, and it made me really. We've been talking for years about like getting oil paints and trying to actually like follow a Bob Ross, and now I'm like amped about that. I got to see if I can actually get some real paints and paintbrushes and see what I can do. Anyway, we're gonna continue along. I really like this piece as is. I just like the way the colors work, but Erica was looking at it, like I said earlier, and she's like, "Oh look, the blue part is the stalk. There's a little mushroom." So now we're doing that. Now we're turning this into that mushroom. So let's see what we can do. I'm gonna have a couple of tools. I've got a little charcoal pencil. Now this makes really, really dark black lines, which will be useful for adding contrast, you know, to get the really dark lines against the colors. I've also got some vine charcoal. It's not gonna be as dark, but it'll blend really easily on the paper. I have some chalk pastels, a white and a black. I don't really know if I'm going to use the black. We'll see. The charcoal might take care of it. And then I've got, of course, a pencil and an eraser and some tortillions. And I kind of have no clue where I'm going with this other than something mushroom-esque. So let's see what we can do. And I don't know, should I draw it? I guess I'm going to kind of sketch it out first with a pencil just so I can erase if I end up needing to. And I mean, for the most part, a lot of that shape is already right there, so it's not like I'm really having to do much. Something like that. Let's make, there's a little line here, so we can go up. I'm going to follow this kind of watermark on the paper where the colors dry. I'm going to go up and around. Maybe to here. Let's sketch out, we're gonna have kind of the underside of this little mushroom right here. And that might really be all the sketching I need to do, and then we'll just kind of see where it goes. Because seeing where it goes is fun. Yeah, let's see where it goes. So since it is lighter on this side and darker on this side, generally, I guess I'm going to have my light kind of over here on the left, have my shadow kind of over on the right. I don't know. Let's see what happens. So maybe I'll start by just kind of adding in some highlight over here on this side of my little mushroom. I'm probably going to go back and add like kind of outline around it too, but I'm going to try to blend them together a little bit. And again, for blending, use your finger, use your tortillion, use whatever you want. Dude, that worked. Ooh, that worked nicely. Look at that. That was cool. What if we did a tiny little touch of dark just on the edge? We'll see what that does. I might use the tortillion for that to get some precision in there. Okay, so we're kind of defining our shape. Okay, let's do some tests. Let's see how these things blend actually before I go too much further. So that white worked really easy. The charcoal pencil, like I said, really dark. Probably won't blend as well. This vine charcoal, it's really soft, so it's probably going to blend super easy. Okay, so that's the charcoal pencil. The black pastel blends a little easier. And yeah, the vine charcoal blends beautifully, but it's the messiest and the lightest. Okay, that's about what I figured. Just like to know where we're at. Cool, cool. And let's continue. So are we gonna, let's take some of this on this side. Maybe I'll start with this and then kind of blend it out. And then add some darker with that charcoal pencil. Cool. Well, that was what I'm looking for. Awesome. We can erase a little bit if we need to. I don't want to rely on erasing a whole lot on this paper just because it will probably start to mess up the paint. But if we need to, we can erase a little bit. That's no problem. Okay. Definitely not really as dark as I'm looking for, so I'm going to have to use that charcoal pencil at some point for sure. But let's go ahead and just kind of keep rolling on what we're rolling on here. Maybe we'll do some... This is going to be like the top of the mushroom area. Add a little bit of that in there. I'm probably going to have to leave and wash my hands several times. Or that. Does that wash? That washes. That's fine until I get too messy. Look at that. That's pretty cool. I kind of like it. Should we have... I think we should have a little caterpillar. I'm going to put a little caterpillar right there. The little kids always call it... What do they call it? Calipitter. I'm going to put a little calipitter right there. A calipitter. There we go. There's my little calipitter. I'm going to start saying that too much and then not be able to think of the right word. The actual word. There you go, look. We're going to add some stripes. Okay. So we need some darkness on this side. Let's not go crazy at first. Because we can always go back and go crazy, you know what I'm saying? You can go crazy anytime. You don't have to just full crazy right at the beginning. Sometimes you gotta keep some cards in your hand. See, you're kind of starting to see the shape of the mushroom. I'm gonna go back and add some more to my little caterpillar in a minute. But first, let's get a little bit more of this in here. Just a little bit. You can go back and add some spots or something to that mushroom probably. Yeah. Okay. There's the hand wash. Until it gets too dirty. So I'm thinking on the underside of the mushroom, I'm going to do all those little like fin shapes. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe. But if the light's coming from here, then maybe on the underside, we should have shadow here and the light here. Let's try and see. First, let's clean up a little bit. You always got to clean up a little bit when you do art. Can't just leave everything out and messy. Goodness. That'd be a real disaster. All right. Yeah. So I'm going to do some light here, some dark here. Little inversion, if you will. Just meaning I'm swapping them. It's probably enough of that, maybe. And by enough, I mean probably way too much of that. Yep. Cool. That's okay. And just spread it out more until it goes away. Yep. Just spread it out until it goes away. All right. We'll do some of this. So it feels like the vine charcoal and the white chalk pastel have about the same tendency to spread out on the paper, like about the same properties as far as how they spread and how they blend. I know that charcoal pencil is kind of much darker and it stays put a lot more. So we're just using these to kind of get the general lights and darks in here. And then we're going to use that to add some like actual details. Okay. Let's clean up. Okay. That's a mushroom, man. That's a mushroom. Mm-hmm. 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 We need some of this right here. Right? Right? Okay. We need to clean up a little more, I think. It looks like, all right, the edge is actually going to be more like here. Ooh, there's that little, I don't know if you can see it, there's a little stripe of red right there. So we're going to let that little stripe of red define the edge of the mushroom. You got to be careful with doing that type of stuff. It's just habit. You erase and then you do that. But when you're working with, you know, charcoal and pastels, oh yeah, you can smear everything up real quick when you're doing that type of thing. There we go. Okay. So we're letting the light define part of the top of that, and we're letting just kind of the paint define part of it. Doing it again. Habits. Okay. Now the mushroom sticks out a little more on this side, and you know what? I'm okay with it because things aren't always perfectly symmetrical. It's just true. It's just true. I didn't forget about my calipetter. He's gonna get some more in just a minute. In just a minute. We need more over here. More light. More light. We need more light down here. More light. More light. More light. We need more here. Okay. Okay. And everything has to have a sound associated with it. Of course. Of course. Alright. Maybe we can start kind of blocking in some of those darker colors. Maybe. Am I right? Am I wrong? I'm going to do one more kind of quick, just like I did for the white. I'm going to do some spready black, some dark that'll spread out easily. And then we're going to see about kind of getting some actual contrast in there, getting some real darks in there. And we're definitely going to have to go back and clean up after this too. I guess I need to kind of define where that meets, where the stalk or the stem turns into the whatever finny part, the underside of the mushroom. Is Zane in here? He would probably know the word for that. I'm gonna call it the finny part of the mushroom. Right. Yeah, do you know the word for that? I think the little fins are called gills, but is there a word in general for the underside of the mushroom? Like, as a concept? I don't know either. Oh, I should be using the tortillions because I'm trying to get a little more precision. I forgot that was an option. That's way more precision. Way more. Cool, cool. Eraser. It's too much charcoal. You gotta just work with it. There's nothing you can do. You could get a new eraser. You could clean the eraser off on a piece of paper. There's always something you can do. You're never just out of luck. Okay, it's starting to have that mushroom form. Let's see about getting some real darks in. We're gonna get some actual dark in. Probably way too much. See, but that's giving it that nice, see how much more that stands out than the others? Because it's that real nice, bold, dark color. It's really doing its job. Really making it pop, as the artists say. Really making it pop. Should we add a little bit of that right here? Probably. Should I even worry about those little fins? Probably not, but I think I'm gonna do it anyway. Or maybe I'll just use the tortillon to kind of add in some little hints of fins. We don't have to go crazy with fins. Maybe we can just have little hints of fins. I like that dark. There we go. It's making it happen, people. It's making it happen. You know, probably not. I'm going, should I add a little stripe of dark there? I just don't know. Just don't know. Maybe we should add some more light there. Let's try that. I imagine dark will probably always cover up light if it needs to. So let's start with light. And then if we need to add dark, we can add dark. Cool. You know what? That's all right. That's all right. Okay. So let's get some dark here. Some well-defined darkness. Probably don't need as much as we had around there. Easy does it. And again, a little bit of that charcoal pencil really goes a long way. Because the tortillon will pick it up. And then once it's on there, like, you can kind of use that like a little pencil and, like, you know, draw, which is what I'm about to do. Whoop. Man, that's still moving. That is still moving. Making time. All right. Clean up. Just for a moment, though. Just a moment of cleanup. So I'm going to add some more light over here, clean that up, and then see about adding some little fins. Then on top of the mushroom, we're going to see about maybe adding some little spots or something like that. That's the other thing. That's the other thing Bob Ross always said. He's like, just like that. Just like that. Just do it just like that. What a great guy. I assume. I mean, I didn't know him or anything, but he sure seemed like a pleasant man. All right. Okay, so let's see. Maybe we should have a little bit of black right there. Like a little bit of shadow type deal. Maybe. Like that? I think so. I think so. I think so. Yep. Okay. We'll deal with it more a little later. So, if I'm going to make these little fins, I feel like I definitely shouldn't draw them with this. Right? Because that'd be way too dark. Or maybe I should draw them with this on this side. And then just use the tortillon on the other side. don't know. I don't know. Did I ruin it? Let's see. You know what? It's hard to tell. I think it's just that there's so much more of a specific shape than anything else I've done. That one's tricky. That one's tricky. I'm not really sure. Also, I am smearing that everywhere. Let's see if we can. Just create the impression of those little guys. Maybe? Maybe? I'm like bending them all different ways. That's not good. Stop putting your hand on the paper. I think that's getting the impression across. At this point, I'm not even sure if I'm adding black or removing white, but it's working. I think I'm removing white, but it's working great. So why would I argue with it? Cool. I'm not going to argue with it. I'm going to call that good to go. That worked out. And I am going to stop messing with that now, because if I keep messing with it, I'm pretty sure I'm just going to make it worse. Okay. Time to do the top. The top of the mushroom, which is called the cap. Yeah? The cap of the mushroom. Is that actually correct? I think so too. I don't think I'm totally making that up. I think that's actually right. Cool. Did you hear the one about the 2 mushrooms at the party? The punchline was fun guy. You don't need to hear the joke. All right, so we're gonna add some shadows over here. Then again, I feel like everyone always used to say fungi, and now I keep hearing fungi. I don't know when that pronunciation changed. But when I was in elementary and middle school, I remember it was like a fungus and fungi. So fungi was like the plural of fungus. And now I keep hearing like science people say fungi. I don't know where that came from. Oh, I got a little extra. Look, I got a little extra where I didn't want it. And I think the more I try to mess with it, I'm just going to mess it up more. So I'm going to leave it. Leave it. I didn't forget about Stripe over here. He's gonna get his stripes. I did not forget. Okay. Whoa, look at that. I was like, where'd all the color go? Oh, it just went right on my hand is all. It just went right on my hand, no biggie. But I need it to spread out on the paper. How weird. All right, so I do think I want to add some spots to the top of the mushroom, the cap. I do think I want to do that. But I definitely don't want to totally go crazy with it. I want to do it subtly. Can I do that? So you can see them, but it's not like super in your face. Sometimes I have problem with subtlety in art. And I'm sure people would argue in other things too. All right, let's do some spots. Let's get our little stripe guy striped. And I was gonna add like a ground and grass or something, but I think maybe I'm not. I think maybe it's good how it is. So how are we gonna do our spots? I don't know. Let's do some white. Let's do some white. Let's do some white. Maybe even over here some white. Again, we don't need to go totally insane with it here. We might have already taken it too far. And then I'll use a little bit. Okay, and then I'm going to do some of this on the other side of my spots. It might not be enough. I might need a little hint. I might need a little hint of that charcoal pencil. I should probably be, seeing what the story is so far before adding anything else. All right. Will it blend? I'm pretty sure that's what the YouTube channel is about, right? Will it blend? It's about will your the charcoals that you've done blend nicely together. And you know what? That looks a little weird, but I kind of like it. It blended a little bit, I mixed it up a whole lot, so it kind of turned gray. But I kind of like it. Looks kind of swirly. Looks kind of interesting. Looks kind of okay. I kind of like the way it turned out. Look at that. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. It kind of worked. It was probably not advisable to put a spot right there where that white spot is. Oops. And let's add. Where are we going to add? I kind of want one over here. Just a little. Let's add just a little corner of a guy over here. Just a little corner of a guy over there. Just a little corner of a guy. Yep, that's a little corner of a guy. Right? Yep, sure is. It's unmistakable. Corner of a guy. Cool. Okay. Now I said I wasn't going to go crazy, but now I feel like there should be something up here. All right. Wait while you're ahead, Gully. Nah, we need more up here. We just do. This spot's not cutting it. It's just not cutting it. We're gonna need some more. We're gonna need some more. Yep. And yep. Okay. Clean up. Okay. All right. I'm tempted to like add a part of a spot here, but you know what? I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna make the better choice. Make the better choice. All right, let's finish our little caliper. Hey, caliper. Which side is his head, do you think? His head's probably to the middle? I don't know. Maybe that's his head a little sticking up, but I don't like his head being on the dark side. But does that matter? Or maybe I could just make his head sticking up over here too. How about that? That's what we're doing. All right. Caliper. We'll go back and add some sort of little hair, some sort of little stripes to him. In just a moment. Well, let's give him a little bit of a basic light and shadow first. Uh-oh. Eraser is charcoal-y. And again, we're about to add little hairs and everything to that, so that'll be, you know, that'll get a little loose in a minute. It'll get loose, just like we need it to get loose. Yep. Okay. Stripey. 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 One more. Stripey. And actually, I don't know that I'm really gonna blend that much at all. Okay. Let's add some more. Right? Some of this type of thing. Yep. You know how it goes, some of that type of thing. Just a little bit of that type of thing. Pop, 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 pop. Also, it's nice because the caterpillar has a lot of contrast, so it draws your eye to it, which is good because it's a pretty small little detail. And if it didn't have more contrast, I don't know how much you'd really notice it, you know? Turns out the caterpillar was the subject of our artwork the entire time. Who knew? Maybe it's a little too much contrast. No! It needs more dark underneath, though. It does. It does. It's just true. It's just true. Yeah. Hey, how easy was that? That was fine. No biggie. No big deal. Maybe even a little more like this. Wait a minute. Are you going crazy? Nope. I know what I'm doing. Yeah. All right, let's give him a face and call it a day. Does he have a face or just two little eyes? Kind of like two little eyes. What did Stripe look like in the book? Do we have that book? Well, he's not going to be yellow and black here. He's going to be white and black. Did he have like a mouth? Oh, so I got it perfect anyway. He has like little... Cool book, by the way, if you've never read. Hope for the Flowers. Really good book. There's my little striped caterpillar that I'm kind of inadvertently basing him off. I guess it's advertent now. Is that a word? Advertent? I'm doing it on purpose. He has like a little round little pincher thing for the mouth. So let's give him that little round little pincher thing. Yeah. There he is. That's it. We're done. Are we done? You tell me. I think we're done. Yeah. That looks pretty okay. I have this problem. I always want to go back and make and add contrast, like make the lights lighter and make the darks darker. Again, I was gonna add some little grass down here, but I'm thinking no. I'm thinking it is what it needs to be. Maybe we'll call it a day on that one. That was pretty fun. Actually, I had a ton of fun doing that the mountainscape one. So very cool. Again, nothing wrong with just doing a non-objective painting and leaving it that way, but sometimes it's fun to go back and add some details too. So yeah. Anyway, that was that was so fun. I like doing stuff that's new that like I haven't tried before. So anyway, hopefully you guys are doing stuff that's new that you have not tried before. Hopefully you're staying safe, having fun, all that good stuff. So keep it up, and I will see you back here later on.